Hi there. I just want to mention that I will not be voting for Rick Marshall. I mean, there's so much more out there than what Rick can offer. All you have to do is look for it. And now that I've seen his record and what he's done in the past and the way he treats people, I will never consider him. I will not be voting for Rick Marshall.
Nye County has received a lot of bad publicity over the years. The news almost never covers positive stories about Nye County, and as a result, our community doesn't have the best reputation.
With all the news about Nye County and our sheriff's office, my friends call and ask me what's wrong with this place. I live here and I want it to be a nice community. I'm a voter and cannot vote for Rick Marshall.
You've seen Rick Marshall's past from California. You've seen him continue that behavior. You've seen him promote and protect his friends and colleagues. You've seen his lack of ethics and integrity infect the sheriff's office like a cancer.
I'm sick of the things I see going on in this country. I've lost trust in all of our politicians. Why would Rick Marshall even think it would be okay to run for any office after being arrested? I won't vote for anyone that associates with him.
It is time for change. It's time to stand up for what is right. It's time to stand up for ethics. It's time to stand up for integrity.
I was asked if I would vote for Rick Marshall for sheriff, and the answer is simple, and that is absolutely not. I would not vote for someone with those kind of ethics and that kind of integrity. I feel like we really need to clean up this town, and I would vote for anyone other than Rick Marshall.
It's time to rebuild our community and our reputation. It's time to clean up our streets and the corruption. It's time to make Nye County a great place to live again. It's time to feel safe in our homes, on our streets, and in our jobs. It's time to leave a dark past behind and start building a bright future for our children. A future free from corruption, free from shady dealings, and free from retaliation. A future full of opportunity and fairness for every resident, no matter what group they belong to.
I may be young, but I'm not stupid. I've worked hard to earn what I have, and I'm responsible for my own actions. Our cops need to be held to a higher standard, and especially our sheriff. I'm a voter and will not be voting for Rick Marshall.
I hate when I'm talking to someone and I feel like they're checking me out the entire time. You know, Rick Marshall should not even be considered as a candidate for Nye County Sheriff. I'm a voter and I will not be voting for Rick Marshall.
Vote anybody but Rick Marshall.
Anyone but Rick Marshall.
Anybody but Rick Marshall.
Vote for anybody but Rick Marshall.
Vote anybody but Rick Marshall.
Vote for anyone other than Rick Marshall.
Vote anybody but Rick Marshall.
Vote anybody but Rick Marshall.
Our time is here. Our time is now. Be strong. Be brave. Be proud. Stand up for what is right. Stand up for ethics. Stand up for integrity. Stand up for change. Stand up against corruption. Vote anybody but Rick Marshall.